it is time for us to hit the road once more.
A nebulous nightmare. An apocalypse that only we can oppose.
An apocalypse that only we can oppose. The fact that there seems to be some bugs on the experimental version makes me wonder if I missed some patch notes. That would be a very interesting revelation. Nope, looks like I didn't. So must have just been early access being early access. So we have a wandering occultist who is a bon vivant and fragile. We have a wandering leper with a natural swing who is a needler. Natural swing is nice. We have a jester who has thanatomania and dark curiosity. We have an arsonist in the house. Interesting. Lightning reflexes. We might try and make the arsonist work. We also have a Hellion who has a natural swing. We're just rolling in natural swings here. Also a Wanderer. We have Ascetic and Curmudgeon on our Man-at-Arms. We have a ranged damage Highwayman. I never miss with increased range damage. Also has Unerring and Miss the Mark. We're going to find a place for Dismas, I think. Another Night Sworn. Interesting. What was she rocking? Bloodthirsty. And Fear of Pillagers. So not as good as the last time we had her. So let's see. Our Jester was pretty unreliable. We could go for kind of like a tanky frontline.
Pride. More devastating than the horrors of 100 campaigns.
I don't think our Man-at-Arms is doing that much for us.
Making peace with adversity is the very essence of existence.
Now we're missing out on Iron Swan here in exchange for that. This is an interesting team, a little off meta. Hatred of Fanatics and Bad Digestion is not terrible. We have Unerring for a damage dealing. We're hoping that Boudica is going to be a damage dealer, and we're probably going to build Baldwin as a mostly tanky character. Oh, and this team's name is Meet Cute. Nice little play on words. All right, we'll take it. Let us see how Meet Cute performs. Oh, I didn't change skills. That's a thing that I should have done. Let's just quickly... I'm definitely going with the Intimidate build here. I don't think we need Purge, so I'll put that on. Then, for the time being, we're not going to need Iron Swan. We'll pick up Howling End. And I guess Bloodlust for removing. We don't have a stress healer, per se. Now, Raucous Revelry is pretty awful. But maybe we put it on. Anyways. We don't need that right away. Now, we're going to drop our melee skills for something that looks like this. And then at least for the moment, I'm going to keep Ounce. And put... Plague Grenade isn't that useful in the first fight, at least. Since we're dealing with at most 3. But this is going to be an interesting party. I'm going to have to tinker around a bit with things. Alright, we got some good damage trinkets. That makes me happy, even if they're not top tier. We'll put that there. We'll put that there. Luggage isn't bad. And then who needs these? Unclear. And a drum and a speed bag are pretty trash. Okay. we have a reasonably tanky team compared to previous runs. We didn't work in the Night Sworn, but I think that's okay. We had a nice Night Sworn run last time. Alright, who's going to have a hard time making friends? Probably Dismas. If I had to wager. And ooh, that slime mold, I tell you what, we are off to the races. So yeah, so we're still expecting a big Howling End as the opener for Boudica. We're expecting Baldwin to take damage and do most of the stress healing. So most of the stress healing through Solemnity. But yeah, this is going to be interesting because we do not have a dedicated stress healer at all. Outside of Boudica with Raucous Revelry, which I think is pretty terrible as far as stress heals go. Also, with the tinkering that I've done over the last few days, I think I desperately need a third monitor, which is saying something. Now let's see. We don't. Yeah, we do have a hard time hitting the front row for sure. Let's do Ounce for the friendship.
Collaboration confers advantage.
We'll take care of that stress down the road, I think. So I'm not too worried about it. The inn will likely take care of it, so we're not too concerned. But this is a little frustrating. Yeah, when we get down to 1 in the front, where we may need to give Dismas something else to help out with hitting front targets. The trinkets we're getting are not terrible, though. They're low level, but we're getting ones that at least align with our desired trajectory. Now wait, did we get? Oh, we got 2 and 1. I was like, why? I thought we got 2 and 2 when it came to the anti-venoms. But picking up an early storage trunk is not the worst thing in the world. I think Raucous Revelry is a pretty bad upgrade, though. That's going to be interesting.
Rest tonight, under the mountain's unblinking gaze.
Okay, so... Whoa. What is going on with this inn? This is a truly destitute inn. I think we pick up the smoke bombs and call it there. I'm probably going to put the speed bag on Baldwin since we'll be taunting up, and I'll probably also put the move resist there. I'm kind of feeling like I may want to go for an Infernal Torch run, but not for a minute here. Oh, now hold on a second. So toe-to-toe has a forward 1 component. I don't love that. But wow, Raucous Revelry is absolutely F tier for healing your allies. So given that I'm going to be mostly focusing, we could just go with Solemnity, but I don't know if we can successfully direct all of the damage to Baldwin. But this is just, it's so terrible. We need a reliable way to get rid of Winded. Bloodlust is interesting. We could set it up, but I don't think it's... Jeez. Yeah, we're really lacking options here. I feel like Raucous Revelry should reduce Winded, but that's a story for another time. I don't think we do any of this, which means I think we focus on We also have like no combo application. We can pick up open vein. So pistol shot is a 10 to 15% crit. Double tap stays at a 5% crit. All right, let's pick up pistol shot just to put out more damage and hopefully fish for more crits. But it's a weird one. Hey, Rose. Welcome to the stream. It's good to see you. Oh, well done. Oh, and they're giving us the sluice right off the bat. Or we could get... So this is a case where I think we may skip the sluice. I hate to do it, but these 3 mastery points for Naked and Afraid, which we can guarantee just by doing this, is, I think, too good to pass up. And it's better, I think, than what we're going to get out of the sluice, even though the sluice is free. All right, let's see what we got going on. How would this team do against the Librarian? Pretty well, I think, all things considered. What were the attributes of the leper that you went for? What made the leper a leper? Ah, yes, and it was a trench run too, wasn't it? So less options, which means it's perhaps harder to miss things. I'll probably just go to the Watchtower. Opportunity cost of 1, and then we get everything else. And Dismas should do the best at keeping our stress down. Okie doke. Alright, Creature Den is unavoidable. We love to see it. I do want to get our loathing down, but academic study is also tempting, and the Oasis can be really good. Now, did we have someone who was hydrophobic? Yes, no greater terror than cool, refreshing water. Okay, so maybe we avoid the Oasis, and we'll do this for the stress heal. I would have liked to have gone to the academic study. There's a big potential upshot there for us. But yeah, I think avoiding that that hydrophobic proc is probably going to be good for business. All right, so everyone likes this, or we get bonuses. Let's yeah, let's try and put Boudica and our leper back on Okay, let's see. So, who's going second here? You are. Let's put some damage in and drop some dodges then. Seven to 13 is not a kill. Kind of expected it to be, unfortunately, but we get it done nonetheless. And then ounce versus... I think we ounce versus putting up an early plague grenade. Okay, leper... Losing the leper's ability to put up a taunt is unfortunate, but... But maybe that's why we picked up Withstand? Possibly. I always think Ignite is an action, when in fact it is a freebie. Get the plague rolling.
An unavoidable end.
Ooh. Close. Alright. Missed the mark. Oh, I did not put on the, I did not put on our bleed, which I wanted for hitting the front point. Yeah, we're picking up some stress, for sure. And we have a very blinded team at the moment. Ooh.
A lesson taught is a lesson learned.
How did you get missed the mark again, Dismiss? Yikes.
A steady subtraction, an invariable result.
Okay. Ooh, Surgeon's Table. Alright, doesn't help with the stress situation, but definitely will be good from an... Oh, cultist encounter. I don't think I thought about that when we were heading forward. Ooh, and alright, Baldwin stacking up stress is not the end of the world. That's what Solemnity is for. That's a little... Wishing we had a better answer to that. Let's see, you're both still going? Howling End, please. I beg of you. Ooh. I guess we need a Corrupting Cleaver in our life as well. And maybe we need to upgrade Raucous Revelry as well. Gonna put up the taunt, and then we will we'll stress heal next time.
Another impediment, cleared with impunity.
But yeah, we didn't upgrade it, so it's not great. It's a -2 stress. I mean, let's do that just to hopefully build some friendship. Yeah, we're definitely finding our way into a place where she's going to be forever unhappy. I guess we do that. Where were those blights last time? I think I also overestimated the value of Plague Grenade. Or, excuse me, no. Pistol Shot. Five to 8, 2 to 5. Yeah, so we have this... We have this place where we end up having to use Bloodlust, and we don't have a lot of bleed synergy. Whole team sitting at 3, which doesn't feel great. Yeah, and I still didn't put anything on our bars that's going to help us with this. Okay. So yeah, Bloodlust, we could do a bit of bleeding with Dismas in order to set up big Bloodlust hits. I don't know if that's the play, though. I just don't think we need Tracking Shot. So let's get Open Vein, just because it has some minor synergy. Oh, we did pick up Smoke Bombs, which, if we end up having to do a cultist fight, are going to be important. any other combat stuff? We did pick up a trinket, though. But yeah, this one, we're struggling a bit, to be sure. Oh, bleed resistance could be quite nice. Get that going early so that Baldwin doesn't get... the front two don't get bled out by the cultists if we end up fighting them. You two take a hit either way. I think there's value to this fight. Frenzied is really not what you like to see. I don't know if I have Adrenaline Rush on right now. That's probably not great for business. They doubled up the dodge there, unfortunately. Okay, we should be able to hopefully get this one worked over pretty well. Ooh, I hate that. I was going to say, but max hit still puts it on death's door, which is not enough, but it does lower the danger a touch. Oh, the blind on Dismas. Not what you like to see. Face armor, but no broken sword. Got it. 50-50. Let's roll the dice. Do that, and the blind here hurts. Let's withstand to try and take some of the edge off. I don't like that it's taking us this long to oh, I even put something on you, didn't I? We got to get rid of them. We'll do this because the weaken doesn't affect the bleed percentage, or the bleed value, that is. 9 to 18, 9 to 18, higher percentage chance to crit. We'll do that one. The stress, though, I tell you what. We're going to need the Solemnity soon. The stress is out of control. So let's see. I think we just take the 50-50 on getting rid of that. Not having Magnesium Rain also hurts here. We need to get them moved forward, which I am now realizing we do not have what it takes to do. It should be a nice Solemnity, though. We need one more of those, probably. Oh. So only the back one is a huge risk. So we'll get rid of that one. And the front one is going to push itself back, which is fine. But Dismas is kind of like stressed without a good answer here. I think we just try and get stress down. Okay, we're in a good place except for Dismas's stress, which is in a very bad place. Yeah, no need in letting it act. But But yeah, what do we do with you, Dismas? Well, we give you a stress resist trinket is one thing apparently. We'll just move the crit trinket over to here. That's all fine and good. And whatever Dismas wants to do, I'm inclined to agree with. Oh, Dismas has no opinion. I'm not gonna take 3 aggregate stress though, I don't think. One of the things that's tricky is mastery only being spendable at the inn does make that first mastery point just so exquisitely important. Okay, we don't want the backliner to be there, because that's gonna cause trouble. Went for that one because I wanted to avoid the riposte. Maybe worth it, maybe not. Howling End pre-upgrade feels bad. Almost got him. Yeah, there's the reason that I feel that way. And Miss the Mark is proccing an impressive amount. Do I take a... I'll take a riposte on the Plague Doctor. The Plague Doctor hasn't taken a lot. Are you serious with me right now? Does our Plague Doctor bad digestion? I don't think that affects blight chance. Hello? That's a ton of stress, and I don't have answers for that stress. Okay, love that we hit through blind there. The other two are dead. What do we do for you, Dismas? Okay. All right. Maybe we get some relationships and that's how we handle this. Round 4. We only have one riposte to deal with here. Oh, let's take aim. Get a little bit of healing going. Since the dog is just going to hit into Baldwin, which is fine. And that's okay too. Yeah, and Raucous has a cooldown also, which doesn't help. Okay. Final round. Let's hopefully we get some stress healing off this. Please. Do crit tokens not generate stress healing, I wonder? Oh, Dismas, you are teetering on the edge of disaster, my friend. Maybe we should have... I mean, Rocket's Revelry doesn't do any more stress healing. I don't really want to spend the money even for the stuff. So we'll just take the 15 stress healing. Amorous. Well, if Amorous comes with a lot of no's, that's bad news. Book of Body Tales will help us if we make it to the inn without a meltdown. Alright, we'll do another assistance just to try and even out the stress a little bit. Come on, Paracelsus, you're not that bummed.
Twisted by hopelessness.
We've been having some close breakpoints, so I think... Oh, well, and then we high roll that, so never mind. Okay, love that crit there, even though here comes the stress. Ooh, that was a big hit. Almost put him on lethal. 9 to 18. Ah, missed the mark. Got it. How could I be so foolish? Just putting him in lethal range and getting a little more taunt going. Well, that could push Dismas up to the point where... Nope, no Raucous Revelry for us. You're going, but you're dead. You're going, but you're dead. What's your relationship with Dismas? Okay, maybe curing this blight will put you as BFFs. No dice. Okay, everybody's dead, so now we're just fishing. We can do that because the Plague Doctor is the only person I really want to go. Okay. Well, everyone is at the scary stress threshold without being too far over. Another crit trinket. Seems like those are growing on trees, but is it better than nothing, you might ask? Oh, actually. Oh, we picked up another one of these trinkets. I actually think I'll put that there, and then we can just put these here. This doesn't do anything here, but it doesn't take up an inventory space that way. Hospital's going to be good for us. We have a few things we want to get rid of. Okay, so this is good news no matter which way we slice it. So I'm going to spend as little money as possible here. Ooh, a roast pig with fixins? Ooh. That is a generous bestowal.
If you hope to heal, you have chosen wisely.
When every fight is a these dudes fight, apparently. And we could technically just kill one of these. Okay. Technically true. Alright, and our relationships are starting to provide some value.
Collaboration confers advantage.
Ah, when you spend on the
Steady yourself.
cholera. Oh my gosh, that was a 3 stress attack too. Hello? So Raucous will be slightly more effective. We probably should buy Laudanum too, though. Now that I think about it. Why did you both just take... Sometimes it's really hard to know what's causing what. And I guess this guy's just gonna take a second. What has been going on with our blights this particular fight? The enemies seem to have no problems landing blights. It's only us who seem actually did that. Okay, that was moving in the right direction. I have to check what cholera does, other than drain our bank account, that is. Grapeshot Blast is no slouch, I'm learning. What? I feel like I'm missing something. Now, we can't Raucous Revelry this turn. Even though I want to again. Let's hope that we get an early turn order. Because I guess the one advantage of Raucous Revelry is... Okay, so yeah, so we're going to take our time here. Also, Miss the Mark is proccing like 100% of the time. Oh, she was dazed. Is that the cholera that dazed her? Yep. Cool, cool, cool. Oh, wow. Of course, the freaking crit. Oh. Yeah, oh, cholera is awful. Today I learned. So it's 100% round start dazed. So it just means you are living in a daze. Now, I think that's the Raven statue we already have one of. There's so many different versions, and the game decided to give us the same version twice. Slight improvement there, but we have 38 gold, which may help. Oh, come on, Boutique. You're just barely over. Paracelsus just had a toast, but I didn't see anything happen with it.
Joints ache and muscles burn.
Okay.
The body requires attention.
Cholera goes, and then we only get one. It's got to be Missed the Mark, though. That 10% was 100% of the time. And then we have 10 gold left, which I am going to spend on 3 laudanum. And then Boudica, you and Dismas are looking good, but we can use, actually, we can use that for that. Keep those. All right, we'll do, Boudica's the one who is stressed right now, so I don't want to give her the goods. We can put that there. All right. We may actually need that for this next fight. But I'm feeling pretty good about our mastery. I think there's a world in which that this run kind of turns around once we Pouches of Lie. Not that interesting. Because we're picking up 3 more mastery. Everybody wants to fight. Okay, so we can force this relationship. Let me just check to see. So this would be the one that would get us the most. This one, though, this is pretty darn good as well. So, Boudica, you are going to kick us off. We get a second positive relationship, which may help with some stress healing. Should help with some stress healing. The spiders, they waste no time. Gonna get that going, and start putting some work in this away.
An unavoidable end.
This first round is gonna be rough. Because we don't have good control, but maybe we can resist some things. Her getting blinded is kind of a bummer. Okay. So this is what I bought the laudanum for. Oh. Wow, 9 points. That's nothing to sneeze at. Might have been able to do that more effectively. Oh, I guess I still have blinding gas on my bar. That's probably not what I'm looking for at the moment.
Steady yourself.
The blinds are really not my favorite. For obvious reasons. Wow, through a blind and a dodge. That's vaguely miraculous. We should have had Magnesium Rain on the board. Yep, blinds will do that. This is going to be a long fight because I think we're probably just going to be sitting here waiting for corpses to dissolve. We should probably put Purge on the Leper. The Leper's not a big damage dealer, so I think Hue is probably wasted on us. Blight and Spiders since forever. What is the crit rate listed? Because it seems to be impressively high. Kara, welcome to the stream. Hello. How are you doing? Let's keep the taunt up. Respectful is proccing like nobody's business. Let's get the Leper healed up because the Spider will die. So this is kind of an interesting one. Ooh, I just kind of picked this one on a lark. Looking at what we had available, there were not that many interesting options. I could stack one additional taunt, but I think I use Hue here just to knock some dodge off. Didn't quite get this one dead, but I will carry you with me always. But yeah, so we don't really have a bleed synergy. We're kind of mismatched on combo generation versus combo consumption. So I don't know. It's a weird party comp, to be sure. We don't really need to cure this blight, so I'm just gonna start knocking some of the dodge off the back row. Alright, and then we have one hit that's not contained, which is of course the one that crits. Oh, and hits and blinds. You love to see it, right? Oh, so long ago. But yes, it was. It is happily remembered. That's what I will say on the matter. The game is doing a great job keeping these two's stress just below stress healing levels. All right, 4 to 9. Good enough for government work. We could give this a heal. I'm going to keep working. I'm going to keep working on these, even though their blight resist is off the charts and around the corner. At this point, at least we know where their attacks are mostly going to be going, because we have Intimidate that we can spam. And our backline damage projection isn't terrible. And that gives me some hope. Probably should have done the all the way on the back line one, though. Because now I have a whole lot of nothing to do. And what was I saying about Purge earlier? I don't remember, but the short answer was definitely I should have it. Oh, leper tanks. What can I say? All right, now we'll just go for the finish. Boudica's, we're not getting any improvements on their stress. Dismas is showing us why I imagined we might put some good damage out with them. That's for sure. Plague Doctor, Disease Resist. I do not understand a world in which that is useful, but yeah, I wish that they I wish that the bestiary had some more information to that effect. I'd be very curious. All right, at the moment we don't need the stress resist trinket here, so let's take the crit trinket. We'll put that there. We'll put that there. Boudica needs the stress resistance, so we'll put that there. Okay, and then map-wise, I don't really want to do another cultist fight, but maybe that's the play. Do we want to fight the librarian is also an interesting question. I think we're pretty well suited for fighting the librarian, so I think the answer is yes. So maybe just pick up the assistance encounter, the hero shrine, the hoarder. Oh, our bauble situation is really, truly awful. Holy cow. How did we do that? Yeah, we've already got the loathing down. I don't think the cultist fight is going to be super good for us. So let's just get a little assistance encounter. Keep our torch high. Let me out of this blasted coach, says Baldwin. Yeah, how are we so broke? Okay, so we can afford to... I kind of want the coach equipment. So I'm going to do this one and cross our fingers. Explosives magazine is a good one. No doubt about it. And then stale bread and even apples and cheese can go. We're currently doing a naked and afraid segment for 3 mastery, so that's why things look the way that they do at the moment. I'm going to keep the bleed resist. Chalk dust I don't think is that important to us. And then, okay, we were going to swap up a few skills here. So let's get Purge on the board over Hue. And then, yeah, definitely Blinding Gas can replace Magnesium Rain, although Ounce I think is still doing good work. Those are some big spiders, to be sure, Rose. This is the first leg right now, Kara. So we just started. This is the first zone that we chose, and our mastery is looking pretty good. So I made a questionable decision that I think I, in hindsight, now regret, which was choosing to upgrade Dismas's pistol shot first. Sorry about the siren there. But I think I should have still went with stress heals. Probably Raucous Revelry, even though that's not what I was looking for. And then we can actually go to either of these. I wouldn't mind Boudica getting a bit of an improvement, although we're so broke we're not going to get anything out of the Hoarder. But it's fine. We get 2 fights, and then we're going to need to switch things up for the librarian, who I think we'll be able to take care of relatively well. If we get shuffled, it could be pretty bad. Wide Force. Welcome, welcome. A good evening to you as well. Let's see. This doesn't quite get the kill unless it crits. I assume he's going to do his backwards move, Skulking Step, and then we can hit him with a Plague Grenade. I don't mind that at all. I love that, also. Now, I'm going to hit this guy because Plague Grenade is going to take this guy out. So no need to put good damage after bad. By the way, to those that are watching, I have a new chat widget. You may have noticed, and I would be curious for any feedback on how legible it is to the viewing audience. I did some testing with it. It is homegrown, so
In crisis, we can rely only upon each other.
so I'm very curious if it looks reasonable, if it's easy to read, and if it continues to suffer from the same problems that we had before with it cutting off messages. So Kara, I think that I probably will, but I'll probably have a lot of dead actions anyways. That's kind of the norm in my experience with the leper is, or excuse me, with a party comp like this, is that the librarian is going to have is going to cause us in the early rounds not to be able to do much. So using a move skill here and there to reshuffle us isn't going to be a big deal. Like the only things that are going to be really important for us is, ooh, more coach equipment, is we're going to need the leper in slot 1. And I think we're full. The surgeon's directory, I could see using all 4 of those because we currently have no equipment set up. So let's just get rid of the pouch of lie and call that good. On to the hoarder with not a penny in our pocket. And then after this next road fight, then we'll set up for the lair. Which we're going to be leaning heavily on Dismas to pump some damage. That's the expectation. We're not missing out on much. The wind chime I would buy if I was rich. Is there anything here? It's almost worth buying the stimulants. Yeah, I think this is the best combat item, so I'm going to pick that up. We want to keep the burn solve. The neutralizing powders aren't that useful. Okay, let's go to our last fight, and then we're gonna do a bit of theory crafting. On how we defeat the librarian. Okay. You love to see it. True teamwork.
Let us hope to finish this quickly.
The most underwhelming combat item right now, I would say Pouch of Lie. It's pretty awful. Ooh, that was a disappointing hit though as well. Yeah, Pouch of Lie for clearing corpses. I think like if you're in a situation where you need corpse clearing items, you're in trouble if you're using items to do that corpse clearing. So that's my 2 cents on that matter. Let's see. One-off lethal, also sometimes known as Bear Optimal. Shout out to Bear Taffy, who originally introduced me to this lovely game. And then I want to take my time because I want to make sure I get a Solemnity off. But this shouldn't get the kill. Yeah, before I ever heard of Darkest Dungeon, I'm relatively sure that it was that my first exposure to it was from Bear Taffy. Okay, now this also won't secure the kill, but this should, yeah, put it in lethal range. I kind of feel like Raucous Revelry should stress heal without a threshold. Like, it needs something. It and Bolster both need something. Okay, so now we're prepping for the Librarian. So, everybody's got a job. Speed Trinket, not that useful. Everybody's got a job. Baldwin's job is to not die. So, This is all correct there. And we can put the stimulants on Baldwin. Neutralizing powder is not useful, so we'll swap in the burn solve. Clotting powder also not useful, but we're running out of useful things, and then we're going to blind the librarian up. So I think that's our setup, and then for attacks, we're going to be rolling plague grenades basically every time. Do we ounce the first time? Probably not. And then we're going to be pistol shotting. If we get blinded, we'll use take aim. We're going to, if it bleeds, once he gets into slot 2, and intimidate all the time, every time, maybe withstanding the first time. No, Magnesium Rain is not, unless you want to light all the books on fire. Which, ironically, is the librarian's job. Now, we have 2 fights that we have to get through before we get to the librarian, so... hopefully these go well, because we are a very under-leveled team.
And with it, the remains of philosophy, reason, and insight.
Okay. This guy has very low hit points. So, a max roll would have killed him. That was, we call that in the business not a max roll. Quite the opposite. This guy is, he's just so annoying. And then we'll do that just to drop the blind. Oh, you mean the pugilists? Is that the one that you're referring to, Kara? The best jiggle physics in all of Darkest Dungeon, among other things? Yes, I would say sometimes they are more dangerous. Let's see. So that's 2 down. Not bad. We did not get the one that's going before the lepers. This guy's going to get another opportunity to shuffle us, among other things. Put up the taunt. The jingle bells. Yes, indeed. I could see a world in which toe-to-toe would be useful here, but I think for now we just swap like so. And then we might as well open Vein here, since we're not getting much else out of that. And then we'll ounce, because it might create some party friendship, and drop the hammer. That was not the hammer I was expecting. Yeah, I knew he was going to do the AoE attack. Grumble, grumble. I guess Grapeshot Blast hits harder too, so I should probably go for that more often. Okay, but hit points are looking good, and the primary thing we need to take out the Librarian is to not let our hit points dip too far. Okay, no nasty modifiers. See, that's what I wanted last time. Okay, I would have preferred that stress heal to come exactly in the opposite direction. And then, just because we're going to focus the rest of our efforts on the front here, we'll get this going. I was going to say, max roll there would have removed a second one. Now, who's going first here? Good old Stilts McGee. I want to get the Intimidate up, just because we have so much more capacity to handle stress on Baldwin right now. It hurts every time we take stress on anyone else. Yeah, the Sacrificial is going next, so let's just get the Blights rolling. It's dead. It just doesn't know it yet. And we're set up beautifully for Baldwin to close. There we go. Okay. There's no way we get a heal here. Does make me want to upgrade Indiscriminate Science, but I think we just pistol shot and fish for the crit. Okay, we love to see, well, the Greater Sharpness Charm we like to see. It's not the extra action trinket. We do get the complete catalog, which is the one that we want. Okay, well, let's hope I haven't made any terrible mistakes with my planning. We want bigger hits than that. But we do like that we're going early with our leper, which will give us some additional control. We knew that we weren't going to have an answer for Boudica right away, but we'll start stacking that. And then we just have to hope that we get good mandatory readings. I probably should have withstood the first round there, now that I think about it, because it gives us additional resistance. We'll save that for later, just in case. We're going to stack up Bloodlust. I've never tried stacking Bloodlust quite this way. Don't mind using those. Apparently that was a crit. Now we're going to take 2 hits here, which is unfortunate. Yeah, I think Early Ounce would have been okay, but it wouldn't have blown anyone away, I don't think. Okay, the blinds are doing work. Categorizes the shuffle, I believe. Yep. You hate to see that. That's going to cause us some heartburn. Unfortunately, we have to, I think, unshuffle that. Oh yeah, she can't move back. What an absolutely ridiculous design decision. Alright, that's going to be his big attack. Which also might have a shuffle component, potentially. So to get her off the front line, we just have to do that and just accept that it's slowing our roll a little bit here. That's a stress proc for Dismiss, but that's okay. Ooh, the blind is annoying, which I believe is what Smokestack does. Yeah, I may end up using Take Aim. Ooh, because it's double blind too? Dang. Noted. Okay, that heal is lovely. We could also take it off with Holy Water. Yeah, I don't want to... I want to move faster than we'd be moving that otherwise. Our hit points are looking good, though. And we're back up front, which gives us Intimidate options. Okay. I think we're pretty much good on this fight. I don't think we're going to see the second stack go down. We'll definitely Solemnity and Raucous Revelry next turn. So that hopefully we leave this without our stress being too off the charts. Now you crit Dismiss. Where was that before? Looks like we won't get the Solemnity, and that stress heal. It doesn't really matter, but... What do your relationships look like? You and Baldwin, you could use some friendship. It's a terrible sound effect for that. Alright. Well... Strong debate on that one, Baldwin. But, yeah, that's... I mean... We are... This may be, This may be a, all-time record for me for mastery. We're going to be walking away from this with a lot of mastery. Deathcap Spores I have never used. We're at 27 at 21 though. That's problematic. Increase relic stacking size. I don't think that's what we're looking for. We're going to put all 4 of these on next time plus that one. Okay, let's look at trinkets here. Do I care about disease resist here? No. 1,000 times no. We can get rid of that altogether. 20% damage, I think, goes here. I think these crit trinkets can go. Shard Litany, at least for the remainder of this section, we'll hang on to. +1 speed trinket, I think, is not interesting. And then we'll let the clotting powders go. And what? Our money situation is still a little less than ideal. Now, we're still using one of the gilded mines. Taking the other one off here. I don't care about the anchoring charm. There we go. All right. Well, yeah, so the problem with that boss in particular is the amount of time it takes for the leper to get into range. Like you can use Ruin and you can stack up like an insane... Do I care about Sacred Scribblings? No. You can get an insane damage buff, but you're never going to be able to use it because the Librarian, once they get into the front 2 ranks, like, the game, you're either ruined and, you know, everything is a disaster, or you're good to go. Let's see. This is... Actually, we got a one-shot on a Shaman before. That was wise. I don't want to clear corpses, that's for sure. I made that mistake once before. Let's just remove the dodge, and maybe we'll get a nice Howling End. We have a lot of stress healing to do. Yes, that's very nice. Okay, good start. Could you heal yourself? No. This has been like a very one-way relationship, although I guess keeping Dismas low on stress is totally fine. Ooh, crit token there. Okay, that's a blind. We don't care about that one bit. So this, I think, will do potentially double stress healing. Are you dead? No, not really, but doesn't really matter. I think that gives twice the chance of stress healing, is what I meant by that. Let's ounce for the friendship, because for some reason, our Plague Doctor is actually coming along quite nicely, except for issues here. Oh, don't mind if I... We could technically get Baldwin down to no stress, but the crit here I think is worth it for yeah, some stress healing. We will continue because we're broke. And this fight is slightly more annoying. Okay. I think she's going to heal herself. No, she's going to do her big stress attack on our Hellion. Yes, let me help you. Okay. This team seems to be all about healing and not stress healing. I'm going to use Caltrops to see if I can trigger the kill there. Because I was going to say, if I can trigger the kill there, then I'm going to take this dude down. I think that was slightly more efficient than putting the Plague Grenade on the back, which would have secured this kill, most likely. But we wouldn't have gotten the front kill then. And we can knock the armor off with the Leper's Intimidate, so... No problemo. Bloodlust takes too much time to queue up. Like, I'm just thinking about this out loud, right? So Bloodlust, for those who are unfamiliar, is self attacks deal plus 20 damage against a bleeding target. But that's, you have to spend a whole turn doing that. It's kind of madness. The 15% HP I would like. Selfish motivation is basically worthless. What are we rocking for? I think I pass on this one. We have enough mastery, so I don't think we need that. And I think that a bad roll of a cultist fight could have really put us on our heels. We're doing pretty well here. Ah, Tito. Hello to Brazil. Welcome. I'm so glad to hear it. It's awesome. It is awesome to hear that that you're enjoying it. I am having a lot of fun making the content. Are we going for a dark run? Oh, this is a hard what to drop. My time in the desert isn't doing much for us, but I really want to... So we're going to get 2 stress heal from this. So I think the Book of Body Tales is wasted as well. Yeah, slime molds on the end prize. Has anyone used slime molds? So let's see. So we're going to end up with 11 mastery from this first leg, which is pretty impressive if you ask me. I don't think I've ever had a 11 mastery first leg. Now, we did choose not to take a sluice in order to get it, which really felt bad. If you've watched any of my content, you know that I am very partial to sluices. Sluices? Oh my gosh. Rodrigo, I'm so glad to hear it. That is the highest praise one could possibly give. Okay, anemic is annoying, and if bleeding, stress, that's fine. Okay, so let's see. So 3 more mastery for that. And we also got 1 mastery for the Bulbous Venom Clan, and we have 50 baubles, which means we could afford 100 bauble trinket. Like, Hint of Home is very good. This is going to be a tough choice. I'm between Greater's Ravenreach and Hint of Home. Greater's Ravenreach is a lot of damage. But Hint of Home is really strong on your tanks in particular. Hey, Robbie. Oh, happy birthday. How do I pantomime? Happy birthday! Actually, I can just say it in chat. There we go. I figured it out. Now, back to over here. We're gonna grab the second feast, obviously. There we go. We're gonna be feasting. I tell you what. Let's go to the Wainwright just to clear up space. There we go. Now, back to the Provisioner. So the Raven's Reach, very tempting. The Hint of Home, very tempting. There's no HP trinkets, which is the thing that I would want on Baldwin. And Baldwin might eventually outgrow that. But is there any chance that we're ever going to outgrow a 25% damage token? So it's only 10% more damage than what we have right now. But it would mean that the Greater Sharpness Trinket could go to Boudica, who has plenty of space for it here, in place of the Gilded Mind. Oh, decisions, decisions. If only I had a few more baubles. Yeah, okay, so if we don't get the Greater Raven's Reach, this doesn't transfer over to Boudica, which means total we're leaving like a full 25 damage on the table. I think getting our damage up is going to be more important than Hint of Home. So I'm going to pick up this one, which means now we can do this. We can do this. And it does leave our leper a little less capable. I'm just going to throw away the annotated textbook. That item needs a rework completely. And then for in items, a little extra healing here for sure. Everybody's full health, unfortunately, so Steak and Spuds don't have any benefit. Do we have an HP increasing in item? No, we don't. Okay. Let's start feasting.
Tried and tested. A bond to be counted on.
Oh my gosh. Well, our relationships are popping off a little bit. Let's see. What did we just end up with here? So we have everybody except Paracelsus and Baldwin are happily hanging out. The poetry also probably could have gotten used up, I'm realizing now. And then any other provisions? Nah, I think we can do without. Save our money. No amorous or inseparable? Is such a thing even possible? We have one amorous, I'm reasonably sure. Respectful, hopeful, amorous. Yeah, Dismas and Baldwin are rocking the amorous. They're the only ones. They're the hot couple in town, as it were. Okay, so this is quite the spending spree. So Solemnity comes in for sure, as does Howling End. I'm tempted to take toe-to-toe. I think I'm going to end up using it on my bar, and it's such a good way in the end game to spread damage and give us a little extra oomph. I think Grape Shot gets the upgrade. Take Aim gets the upgrade. Indiscriminate Science is unquestionably getting the upgrade, which we will now put on our bar, as does Plague Grenade. I'm like an Ounce. Would I ever use Ounce? It doesn't get there, unfortunately. We'll upgrade Chop. And then we don't need anything else there. I think toe-to-toe does come in. Oh my gosh, this is insane. For only Area 2, the amount of stuff that we're coming away with is crazy. Double Cross is tempting. Right now, I have double tap on the bar. I don't know if that's what I need in my life. Maybe Double Cross. I like Double Cross once it's upgraded. Highway Robbery is also very interesting now that I think about it. Have we gotten everything I want? No. There was one thing I wanted. If it bleeds, needs the upgrade. All right, so Highway Robbery we'll save for next time. But wow, what a power spike. I tell you what. Now, route-wise. Oh boy. So many options. Tito, I think it is the #1 thing that people miss. I don't know if you ever played the game when Ounce of Prevention had it, but yes, everybody tends to agree that Ounce of Prevention is a sad shade of its former self. The thing that I think they should do with Ounce of Prevention, if I bring it up here, where are you? Ounce of Prevention, this is also a good reminder to swap in that. I think if they, oh, I guess I need to come over here to see it. If rather than putting a stress heal on it, which is very good, they put stress resist on it, I think Ounce of Prevention could be better balanced, because it definitely was a little less balanced. Yes, Kara, you may have typed that before I said it on stream, but you and I, we are of similar minds. So Praise the Sun is nice here. Win a cultist battle for 1 extra mastery. Mastery is not that useful for us, but this is the only thing that we're getting anything out of, and more positive affinity changes is not really that useful either. More hoarders I don't like. I'm going to go to the feeder. We are 100% on the same page. And then what's the next area? Nothing new for the next area. And I'm going to save our money, because we do need some hospitals.